And the Oscar goes to some pretty awesome speeches. I'm Megan Baxter, and this is Facts, Fandoms, and Feminism. The 87th annual Oscars were held last Sunday, hosted by Neil Patrick Harris. I personally didn't watch the Oscars, but that won't stop me from talking about it, and there's plenty to discuss. Apparently Neil was naked at one point, Lady Gaga completely killed her performance, and Leonardo DiCaprio still didn't get an Oscar. But what's new? Some other major highlights, though, were the fantastic acceptance speeches. First, the speech that had the Academy on its feet. Patricia Arquette's speech for her Best Supporting Actress role in her film Boyhood. After listing a billion names, Patricia takes the time to note the importance of women and the roles of wage gap and equality rights in America and the struggles that we still face in that. I admittedly rolled my eyes. Sure, the wage gap and being treated as equals is a super important topic, and I will definitely discuss that in a later video. But when she said that women have always fought for everyone else's rights and now it's our turn to take back the rights and all that, I was a little weirded out. Sure, it was moving. She was trying to empower women, and I get that. But I was weirded out, as I said before, because she basically stomped all over the fights for rights that the minorities have been doing for themselves, and basically said that women have been doing that for them, which didn't really make sense to me. It implies that minorities are basically just sitting there, not caring about their own fight, and instead waiting for empowered women, typically the wealthy ones, to fight the fight for them. Patricia may not have meant it that way, but it certainly sounded like that to me and many others. Moving on to Common and John Legend's speech for their Best Original Song Glory from the film Selma. Not gonna lie, I had chills down my spine the entire time. It was awesome and completely spot on. Common opened with talking about the bridge that he and John got to perform on. That was the same bridge that Dr. King had marched on 50 years ago. And he talked about the significance of the bridge as a symbol of change and freedoms for people of all diversities and backgrounds. That bridge, he continues, connects people of all varieties fighting for the same goal, hope and justice. John continues this speech talking about how Selma is now, and the fight for justice is as ripe and as invigorating as ever, and it's a constant battle, and it's one to be won, and oh my gosh, it was awesome. It was a good speech, let me tell you. I was also pleased to see that they didn't call out or name blame any other groups, and instead used this time to empower all peoples of all backgrounds and all diversities and people who are different, and just connected them in the name of hope. It was awesome. It was so good. And finally, Graham Moore's speech for his Best Adapted Screenplay for his film The Imitation Game. His speech was definitely one to happy cry to. I know I was. Starting with a heart-wrenching story about how he had wanted to commit suicide because he felt weird and different, he used the time to empower everyone and just said, hey, stay different, stay weird, be you. It's okay to be unique. And oh man, it was good. The feels. And that was the Oscars in a nutshell. Well, that and Eddie Redmayne fangirling over his win, which, let me tell you, no. You know what I'm talking about. Eddie Redmayne. I can't say your name, I'm so sorry. Hey, Eddie. And that's all you need to know about that.